Hey folks, Adam here and welcome to the GameX review of Heart&Slash by Badland Games. The action-adventure experience with its retro 80s feel, pixelated style and anime-echoed combat delivers one hell of an addictive punch with steep difficulty. The story behind Heart&Slash paints a past but future-themed human race which have advanced to a point that creating robots with advanced mechanics is just another day at the office. You start off the game playing as HeartBot, a new fighting machine model straight off the conveyor belt. The robust yet nimble automaton is capable of wielding multiple weapons and soar like an eagle. It doesn't take long for you to get the feel of how this game operates. You're able to wield 3 different types of weapons which can be cycled through by the left and right bumper. Did I forget to mention this is controller-based? Yeah, it's controller-based. By varying your equipped weapon, you can deliver multiple different combos specific to that weapon. So, for example, your starter blade is a bread and butter type situation. Hacks, slashes, knockups, and air patterns. But the electric blade delivers precise and unparalleled speed, while fire works with wide swings and big hits. But come on, fire, electric, is this going to be a repetitive thing? Not even a little. The concept of fire and electric damage stays throughout the game, but as for the number of different ways it can be applied, I still haven't seen them all. But I'll get into that in a bit. Story, plot, theme, here I go. Your objective by the end of training is to fight a previous model. However, as you're getting into your groove, a person runs into the room saying that a mother system of the company has gone off protocol, and though it's happened before, this time there seems to be no stop to it. The scientist who designed you and was overseeing your training leaves, saying the whole thing will pretty much blow over. Not even a little bit! That's it. Robots win. Follow mankind. It's the Rovolution. Prior to that, however, you lose in combat to the previous model and turn off. An apparent 100 years later, and you're put back together. The new world HeartBot finds itself in is different, but a familiar presence is close by. Professor? You're a computer now? Oh, Professor, you're so wacky. I'm in tremendous pain. This is actually a fucking horrifying situation, as there's no way the professor could live 100 years, so this is like a cognitive program he left behind replicating his own consciousness in a computer. That's fucked up. Cool, but fucked up. Through a static communication, you find out you're in serious danger and have to escape the facility. I wish that was the case for me. However, getting out of this place was like trying to leave mass during the first reading and you're in the front row. Awkward as hell. I don't use the term awkward as in control-wise. The game handles pretty damn good. The combos you can execute are interchangeable, meaning a multitude of things. Not looking at the same moves over and over again and forcing the fighting style to be responsive to your inputs. I will say that it's almost too responsive, and shall explain that by saying this. The game is hard. Because you're equipped with such diverse and responsive fight style, you could be thrown into so many situations that require you to fight and fight well. Unfortunately, I didn't have all the time in the world for this particular playthrough, so I kind of rushed and it's almost like the game knew. So punish me by kicking my ass repeatedly. Nothing against the game, in my particular experience, it was all due to my lack of it. But that doesn't mean that I didn't have a good time. Pulling off combos with wild and wonderful weapons felt so good. The slow motion effect when you fight adds to the epic scale of combat, especially when you're surrounded or facing a particularly tough opponent. Is this game starting to interest you a little? Well, hold on. You like boss battles? Because these are proper boss battles. The last time I fought bosses of this difficulty and coolness was Anima Gate of Memories, and even then there was a health bar and the ability to keep away and study your opponent's moves. Not this game. Nope. Heart&Slash throws you right into the thick of it and it's like, here's a ridiculously epic killing machine with a goosebumps-inducing intro and a kick-ass name. And fight. Wait, what? And this is where I couldn't get past. Again, as I mentioned, given my tight time frame to do this game, when you die, you go back to the start. It's not mega annoying like in some games where when you go back to the start, you think, I'm not doing all that shit again and turn it off. Heart&Slash mixes it up every time. The level, though the same, feels randomized. You can meet the same room, but not the same opponents, and vice versa. And the mirror is set for the weapons. You may have started off your first one with a regular sword, but by your 5th, you have a rocket-propelled hammer that applies fire damage. It keeps the game interesting. Not to mention it carries over currency you required in the last run. I use the word currency, but it's parts. And through spending these parts to the start screen, you can upgrade your weapons, armor, or HeartBot itself. You can find and pick up diverse munition and armor pieces scattered across the level, and again, these change in location and item number with each replay. Heart&Slash recognizes its skill ceiling and difficulty, and prepares for it by expecting your at least one death during the run-through, meaning that when you restart, you don't kick the couch and say, this game. If you're particularly salty about starting again, don't worry. Only some rooms require you to actually fight to open a door. With the vast majority, you can just keep running through it, and if you understand the grand layout, you can make it to the boss battle room in just a couple seconds. In my short time of playing, I only uncovered what feels like 5% of what the game has to offer. Loads of epic weapons, badass armor enhancements, an effective upgrade system, and multiple character choices. That's right, it ain't just HeartBot. There's apparently way more playable characters, and I can only imagine with their own execution skills and combos. And I will say, the sound soundtracks. Oh my god, it is genuinely addictive. I could care less about replaying because even with just this one track, I could hear it over and over again. Heart&Slash, $13.99 or your country's equivalent. With just my tiny experience at it, it seems well worth it. If you do get the game, please let me know what it's like to beat a boss. They whooped me every time. Thanks for watching this review, folks. As always, click the annotations if you'd like to check out our last review and subscribe. And don't forget to check out our game recommendation website, GameX.io. It's totally free and you won't regret it. Love.